We're back here at the Outdoor Retailer Open Air Demo talking with Georgia from Boston, Massachusetts. That's nice that your parents named you, for not the place you were going to be from.
They were confused.
Yeah, so we were talking about Vibram 5-toe footwear.
5 fingers footwear.
5 fingers, but my fingers are not on my feet.
They are not. It's actually an Italian company. The word for fingers and toes in Italian is actually the same thing. So translating it, it was translated as 5 fingers, and it sounded good. It stuck. It's catchy.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about this because this is definitely some of the most unique footwear that is out there. I mean, people, can see your toes in your traditional flip-flop or sandal, or, I have my good old school Crocs on, but you're telling me I need to get something different on my feet. Why?
Well, I think that 5 fingers can work for everybody, and it's not necessarily going to be your primary shoe, but everybody can benefit from being barefoot, or at least being close to barefoot, and that's what 5 fingers really offers the wearer.
So what are some of the advantages of being, barefoot, but then having a little bit of protection?
Well, what we like to emphasize is that it's not just a fashion statement, it's actually also a healthy alternative to footwear, because it does separate your toes. It lets you use them as your natural stabilizers, which is, what nature intended. When we were born, we weren't born with shoes, we were born barefoot. By adding a thin Vibram sole to the bottom, what you're actually doing is allowing the foot to maintain sensitivity and have complete range of motion. You can also strengthen the foot by being close to barefoot, by eliminating the cushioning and the arch support and everything that we've come to know as healthy footwear. We're actually letting our feet be feet again.
Well, that's great, but everyone's foot is a different size and a different shape. So how do you make a shoe that fits everyone's toes?
Well, that's a good question. A lot of people ask us that. What we did before the product came out is we had a design team that took measurements and sketches of endless feet, all different shapes and sizes, and we came out with something that is, I'd say, the common denominator. And what we do is we offer a precise sizing chart on our website and in our retail stores, or in retail stores that carry 5 fingers, to let the person measure their foot. And it's based on the foot measurement. Toe length isn't an issue. The toe pockets can be a little shorter than your toes. It can be the same length as your toes. But in most instances, 95% of the time, we can put you in a pair of 5 fingers comfortably.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's sit down and see if we can do that.
Let's do it.
So, Georgia, what do we have here?
We have the Sprint model.
Okay.
Currently, there are 4 models. We have the Classic, which is a low-profile slip-on. We have the Sprint right here that has an instep strap for added protection. As you can see, it's completely flexible. There's razor siping under the sole for traction in wet and slippery surfaces. And let's get it on your foot.
Okay. There you go, little piggy.
Perfect. Now slip that on your heel. What happens is the toes become cast together, and you shorten and weaken the muscles that are between your toes. So as you notice here, your pinky toe does not want to go into that pocket. Part of that is because it's been with its friends your whole life. So at first, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get your 5 fingers on.
I'm going to let you hold this while I try to wedge this little piggy in. There we go.
There you go. You'll notice after a week or 2 of wearing 5 fingers, your feet will strengthen, the muscles in your lower legs will strengthen, and your toes begin to strengthen and spread slightly.
Wow. Yeah. And they're really lightweight. It feels like I'm not wearing anything at all except for the little bits of stuff in my pocket.
Exactly. That's what makes it great. It's very portable. It's good for travel. It's good for vacation. Throwing it in your bag for a hike, crossing some streams.
And this was one of the hot items I remember at last year's event. Retailers across the country picking this up?
Absolutely. We're on the radar now, which is really exciting. The whole barefoot movement is on the radar. And so there are several other companies that are on board with this concept, and we love it. We're really excited about it.
All right. Well, if people want to find out more information about the 5 fingers, or they want to find a retailer that sells them, where do they go?
They're going to go to our website, www.vibram5fingers.com, or you can Google 5 fingers. We have a dealer locator on our website. You can find local retailers there.
Fantastic. Georgia, thank you so much.
Thank you.